Multicultural stories. Our story starts before we are born. Our parents make choices that not only affect their lives, but in turn, influence what our lives will be like. Meet three teenagers whose parents left their mother countries to find work, to seek safety, or because they fell in love. Janet.
My parents came to Australia to find work. I was born in Melbourne and have only been to China once. It is strange to think that my parents have lived a life very different from the life we lead here in Australia. They grew up in a small village as children of farmers, but I am growing up in a city of more than 4 million people. In China, children are expected to take care of their parents when they grow old. My grandparents live with my uncle, but my father is expected to help with money. My parents decided it was easier for them to earn a living in Australia, so they packed up and left. I know that was a difficult choice to make. Now they send money home every month. My mum misses her Chinese village a lot and insists on speaking Mandarin at home, although her English is fine. I realise that my background is different from many of my friends. At school, I feel Australian. At home, where my parents speak a different language and cook different food, I feel more Chinese.
Hasan.
Coming to England was not really a choice for my family. We had to leave our home in Afghanistan, as it became dangerous to stay. We lost everything, our home, our belongings, our family and friends. I am happy I managed to stay with my family, though. Many of the other Afghanis I know had to flee alone. Life for me here is bittersweet. I like Manchester. I like going to school, learning new things and making new friends. I like not having to be afraid. But I miss the rest of my family. Most of them live in a refugee camp in Pakistan. There are things I do not understand here yet. It takes time to learn the language and understand the way of life. I look forward to settling in more, but to be honest, I really hope to go back to Afghanistan one day.
Aaron.
My dad worked for an IT company when he met my mom here in New Jersey. He was about to go back to India when they fell in love, and he decided to stay. My dad tries hard to compensate for not living in India. He celebrates Diwali harder than any Indian I know. Good for me, though. I get to enjoy both the American and the Indian celebrations. I wish my dad had spoken Hindi to me when I was growing up. I think it could have made me feel more connected to India. My dad has a glorified view of his homeland, but when we go there, he finds it chaotic. I guess he's too used to life in the U.S. now. My uncles keep teasing me about arranging a marriage for me with an Indian girl. Although arranged marriage is not a tradition in my family, I know they're just pulling my leg. But it reminds me that traditions in India are quite different to what I'm used to in the U.S. It is strange to think about what my life would have been like if my parents had settled in India instead.